So, good morning, good night, good evening, depending where you are in the world. And welcome to a brand new interview of the Shield Dude on a Couch. And for today, for the second time on the channel, we have the band Herakleion. And this time I'm talking with the drummer, Speed. Last time I had the whole band because last year they put out an EP, but this year they just self-released a live album called Live Through Eternity. So I have here Speed, the drummer from the band, to talk all about it. So Speed, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great now. It's good to talk again. It's been a little while.
Yes, when I saw the name, I remember because obviously you have a name that's pretty particular, and
Yeah.
yeah, you're a death thrash metal band from Louisiana, and
Mhm.
here you put out an EP, and so this year, you put out this is a live recording of a show that you played April 25th of this year, and it was in your hometown, right?
Yeah, it was close. It's about an hour from here, but same state and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, in Baton Rouge, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So who had the decision? Like, did you know that you wanted to do a live album and record that show in particular?
So we've been wanting to do a live record since our first release because we like both of our records that we've put out so far. We just feel like live shows are different. There's a different energy to the set than on the recording, and we've always wanted to capture that. We have a few previously recorded sets that weren't bad, but we just knew that we'd be tighter. So we were on tour with Exhorter leading up to the show we ended up recording. We did 20 shows and 20 dates. And on that tour, we got offered to play with Obituary, who's our heroes, and it's at a very nice venue with a semi hometown kind of feel. So we were like, okay, we just called some guys last minute, and we're like, we have a good feeling about it. Bring some cameras and a bunch of audio equipment, and let's try to track this one. We have a feeling it's gonna be a good one, and it came out, in our opinion, pretty great. We didn't need to overdub anything. We didn't need to play 100 shows and pick which songs sounded good. It was just one continuous take from the beginning of the set to the end, and it we felt it was fairly representative of our shows, so we went with that one.
Yeah, and I listened to it, and it captures that raw essence of you guys uh playing live. But after it was mixed and mastered, but there's no like additional songs. This is you guys playing and put to tape and put to the recording. So tell me a little bit about that show in particular. Because you recorded how was when you listen to that, do you remember that show?
Yeah, really vividly. I mean, it was a big deal for us. I mean, that was before that was the longest tour we had done. So we were in like pretty good shape as far as being able to just get up there and do what we do without having to think much. And it was really cool. That was kind of the first time that people really acknowledged that we had gone out there and done a tour and come back home. So it was kind of a homecoming thing in a way because it was a big show and it was our first one back. And it was just really cool. A lot of good friends there, a lot of people that have been wanting to see us. So before anybody even knew it was recorded, it was already kind of a nice thing, you know? But now it's commemorated in a way to where it's always going to be out there and people can bring it home from the show and enjoy the show again, you know?
But it's only on audio, or did was it also recorded like a video?
So we have the video too. We're
Mhm.
going to be putting that out here in a couple months. It's still getting edited and stuff because there was a whole bunch of cameras, so we're just making sure all the footage is the best footage from each camera and putting it together. But that'll be out on like DVD and tape and stuff, so that'll be cool too.
Yeah, yeah. I'm very 90s, so I remember buying like live shows, like DVDs and recordings.
Hmm.
I used to love a lot of them. On that note, do you have like because there's a few metal bands that have some live albums. Do you have a favorite live album from a band?
Um, Personally, I can't speak for all the guys, but my first record that I ever got as a little kid was Kiss Alive. So that one's always it's always held a special place. You know, it comes with the booklet and stuff, and it's got the gatefold with all the letters and stuff in it, and that kind of really shaped how I wanted to interact with people largely as a whole, because whenever we send stuff out, I always put letters in there and posters and stickers and whatever, just because it feels personal and it needs to be personal. But not to mention, it's also just a great live album, you know. There's been talk that they did what we didn't and kind of overdubbed some stuff and edited some stuff, but I don't know. That's still like the live record for me, aside from maybe some older, lesser known bootleg stuff from old death metal bands. But I mean, as far as more well-known records, that probably Live After Death from Iron Maiden, that's another classic, and like Live Undead. Those are the three that comes to mind.
Yeah, that's I remember that Iron Maiden one. Yeah, that's a good one. Uh,
Hmm.
so I want to show the artwork of the live record. So working because you yourself producing, you're not so like independently
Hmm.
releasing this. So what are the formats that you are going to release this live album with? And this is the album cover of it.
Yeah, so right now it's on CD and tape, and in conjunction with the tape, like the VHS tape and the DVD release. Next year, we're also going to have it on vinyl, and it's going to be a big gatefold thing and stuff. Because the artwork's, I don't know if you can see it, but it's longer than the actual thing. So rather than it opening up like a regular record, it's going to open up long ways, kind of like inside of that Led Zeppelin album. But yeah, no, so it's already out. You can get it on our website on a cassette and CD, but it's going to be out on all the physical formats beginning of next year. And we've kind of made a decision to, at least for this one, shy away from streaming. Not so much on studio recordings, because that's typical, but since this feels more like, I don't know, this needs to feel more intimate, kind of like a show, you know?
No, I know what you like. For people, like if you want that feeling of to be like a bootleg that people have to
Yeah.
like search for it. And
Right.
yeah. So the cover of it. Tell me a little bit about the inspiration for the cover.
So, I mean, since our set currently, other than the one unreleased song that's on the live record, since it's a conglomeration of the Necroverse EP and Curse of Eternity, we wanted something that kind of connected the two. And
Hmm.
so we had the same guy that did the Necroverse artwork kind of come up with this cave. That's the guy from the first EP, kind of swallowing the river Styx from the second EP and making it canonically one thing rather than some kind of new idea.
Yeah, it looks cool. From afar,
Hmm.
I kind of thought that it looked like Jesus coming out of the devil.
Yeah, no, so the cave is our little, I guess he's become our mascot. He's on everything, but that's our guy Ernie.
Okay. So yeah, so it's a cool artwork. So people, if you want to listen to this, no streaming, buy it from the band. Where can they buy it from you?
So it's at our website. It's Herakleion.net. Um, if somebody feels like buying it and bootlegging it and putting it online, I can't stop you. Take one for the team, but uh, yeah, no, it's on the website right now, and we that's just through us since we're independent.
No, don't say that. Don't say it for them to
Hey,
like pay.
that's fine. I don't care. It'll move more records.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's a good attitude. So I see you have Big there, right next to
Oh
you.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you have hope for the new Megadeth record?
You know, I always have hope for people to come up with a good record. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. Their second to last album was good, so
I like
maybe.
the last one. Yeah, I
Last
guess.
one was all right. I think if the last record was an instrumental album, I'd be more into it. The lyrics were a little goofy, but
Yeah,
everything else about it was cool.
yeah. Dave Mustaine is an acquired taste on vocals. But
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want to support Herakleion, you can buy this live album and you can follow them on the socials. So when they're going to release the DVD, the show, uh, like once it's edited, so I'm guessing that will be more for next year.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, whether it's pertaining to the live record or not. We've got several tours planned, a physical single. Hopefully the full length will be out end of next year. So it's just lots of stuff coming.
No, you guys are busy, and in December you're playing some shows with Calavera, and there's one show next year that's sold out. Tell us a little bit about that upcoming tour.
Yeah, so we got off the road with Cavalera this past week, but we've got a set of dates in Florida in December, and one of those is going to be with Obituary again. The rest of them are just headline dates. I think it's Pensacola, Tallahassee, and then Tampa. So that'll be cool. And then next year, we've got a sold out show in March with Acid Bath in Tennessee at the Caverns. That's going to be Acid Bath, Obituary, and Us, and that'll be a good time too. It's in a cave, so stage looks really cool. That one's sold out, so they added another show with them. Different lineup. I think we're the only same band on that one, but we're playing again with Acid Bath, April 4th in Dallas.
So that show that sold out, it's in an actual cage.
Yes.
Ha-
Yeah.
Have, have they done shows before in that cave?
Yeah, it's called the Caverns. I think there's only been a couple of heavy shows there because I was looking through all the bands and I was like, oh, we're gonna be the first death metal band to play in the Caverns, and then Blood Incantation beat us to it by like 4 months, but it's all right. Second is still okay.
Second place is still good.
Yeah, it's all right. But yeah, no, it's in an actual cave. I'm sure loading's gonna be very fun. So it'll be a good time. I mean, to see those bands, let alone play with them in a cave, is most certainly going to be unique.
No, yeah, I gotta see these pictures of the cave. Probably I'll post something here so people can be like, this is the cave
Yeah.
where Heraklion is going to play. Yeah, that has to be a cool venue. Like
Mhm.
probably the most like a unique place uh to play. I like when some venues are like outdoors, like places like surrounded by nature. First of all, because you don't have to put earplugs because the sound. Uh,
Yeah.
so I would love to see a show at Red Rocks. I've never been there, and I think it's like a cool place to see a show. But yeah, that sounds like a cool venue, that cavern thing. So yeah, so you're gonna be busy and probably a full new length album next year from the band.
hmm Yeah, it's going to be quite busy. So in between those two acid bath shows, we're going to be doing a couple weeks on the road too. So we're going to be all over next year, just staying busy and coming and seeing everybody all over the place.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing. So we're nearing the end of the year now. Do you have any favorite records so far from this year?
So I've got a bad problem with every year that we move forward, I'm moving backwards as far as listening to stuff.
Fine.
Yeah, it's I don't know, I've been digging backwards and filling in gaps that I haven't heard. So it's an old album, but I've been listening to Unleashed, Where No Life Dwells a lot. It's a good death metal record. So I don't know. Especially when we're writing, I don't tend to really listen to a whole lot. I just focus on what we're working on.
I bet it's good so you don't get like influenced by and other bands, and then you're like, oh, you're sounding like this band. So I would get that if
Mhm.
I was a musician as well. So Speed, it's great to catch up with you again. I love your setup. How many records you have? You
Uh, according to Discogs, it's like just shy of 600, I think.
Oh, yeah. You have a little bit more than me. So I'm guessing you have like a whole lot of like, is the number one genre that you have death metal, or do you have like any surprise like albums in your collection?
It's a good combination of a lot of different heavy stuff and old 70s, 80s goth stuff and progressive rock. But I don't know, probably highlight would be from last week getting the Cavalera dudes to write on that thing. So that was
Is
pretty
that
cool.
Do you have the signature from Sepultura there?
Yeah, from Igor, Max is over here in red, but it's kind of hard to see.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. You have to keep that one, obviously signed by the band.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So Speed, I want to thank you, for taking some time of your afternoon to chat with me about your latest live album, Live Through Eternity, which if you want it, you have to buy it from the band. Uh, because it's not on streaming services. So do it old school and support the band. So before I let you go, Speed, anything you like to say to the people before we go?
Go see live shows and make better music. Just just keep being creative because we need it.
Yes, that's a well, yeah. Well, the music is subjective, so it depends on who. Like better music for you might be like like
Oh
bad.
no. Whatever your definition of better music is, as long as you like it, someone else is gonna like it. Just
Yeah,
do it.
and that it's not AI.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so Speed, hope the upcoming shows in December are great, and next year a lot of success for Herakleion. So Couchers, the live album for the band, you can purchase it now at their website. What was the website again?
It's Herakleion.net.
At Herakleion.net. So you can get the live album there, and they have the Necroverse EP that came out last year. You can get that as well. If you want that, that was a cool EP. I remember I talked to them about that last year. So until next time, Couchers, is Hector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.